My favourite cheese is Cheshire cheese, and Warrington is in Cheshire. Now I have 3 reasons to love Cheshire. The aforementioned Cheshire cheese, the RISC OS North computer show in Warrington, and the Northwest Computer Museum, 2 out of 3 of which feature in this video. When I had a few minutes spare whilst I was exhibiting at RISC OS North, I recorded a few video clips. My stand shows a few of my recent games, including a red-blue 3D space game that you can optionally play with special 3D glasses, and Morphix, short for morphing bricks. There's a longer video on this game, which I will post a link to in the description. However, we can take a quick look for a couple of minutes where I can explain how it's played. Now, Morphix is a cross between a sliding block puzzle game and Lemmings presented in isometric 3D. The goal is to guide the Morphix to a door that matches their colour so they can exit the level. You can move the blocks to solve puzzles, apply some tools and create a pathway for the Morphix to follow. The Morphix follow the walls in a roughly clockwise direction. There are bomb blocks that can create holes in walls, bridge ramps that can enable the Morphix to climb, and colour change blocks to enable the colour of the Morphix to change so they can match the colour of the door on the level. Hazards include holes and the deadly voxels. This is like a thing made up of blocks. You'll see that in a minute. In the meantime, there's a problem here. There's a hole in this level, as the Morphix are soon to discover as they plummet to their doom. A bit like Lemmings, but not at all like Lemmings really, because that's a totally different game. By holding down an arrow key for the desired direction and clicking the mouse, slide the blocks with a gear or cog on the top to cover the hole. Then leave the Morphix to go round in circles for a bit. The fruit blocks, which have a padlock on them, cannot be moved. We just need to slide the matching fruit together so the matching blocks disappear. Now we need to build a path to the door. There are various strategically positioned blocks to help us build. Note that I've left one at the top so that I can slide the blocks up and around to build a wall to the door for the Morphix to follow. After that, we just need to slide the matching fruit together so the matching blocks disappear. Then we can release our Morphix and send them home. If you click on the egg timer, you can speed up time. So on to the next level. In this level we have cyan and purple Morphix. The door is yellow, so we need to use the colour change block to make our Morphix the correct colour, as you can see here. So first thing is, let's slide some fruit blocks across the left hand side of the level so we can let the Morphix out. Let's annihilate that block. We can get a nice smooth action when moving the cog blocks by keeping the mouse button held down. You don't need to click each block individually. Let me do that again. Now let's release those little eggs and let them find the way to the door. That's all of them out. Let's see if they get lost. Well, hopefully not. I had some fun testing this thing, because they did get lost back then. So let's change the colour. 3 more to do. With the sophisticated wall following algorithm, and as they change their expressions a bit, then turn around, which I quite like that feature. Okay. Quite handy, this speed up time feature. So I won't run through the next level. However, briefly we can see the voxels here. Those are the little flashing 3D pixel things. Looks like they're hungry. I'll just feed them. Hang on a moment while I do that. I could do with an egg sandwich. Maybe later. One more to go. And that's that. Anyway, back to RISC OS North. This is just a quick scan round. You can see Orpheus, internet and conversation there. Oh, I love LED lights. The person from this stand was looking to see if he could hack and control the lights on my keyboard. As I remember. Archive and Drag and Drop magazine were exhibiting at the show. We're talking together here. RISC OS Open Limited LSR at the back of the room. And I was on at the theatre at about 12 PM. You can see the room being set up here. At some point the videos are appearing online, I think. And also the Northwest Computer Museum were exhibiting. Let's pay a quick digital visit. So I went in, paying careful attention to the 5-mile-an-hour speed limit. The museum is actually housed in an old mill. There's still spinning going on apparently, but not for cloth. It's actually used to produce AstroTurf. That's a cool name, AstroTurf. Sounds like some kind of video game. Nice. There's a breakout area here, and they also serve coffee, which I had, which I was very grateful for. There's some kits for your kit bashing needs, as well as some nice stuff to take home. Cool. Then there's the obligatory 1980s classroom, ready and set up with beautiful colour monitors and BBC micros. Round the corner there's an arcade with some old favourites ready to play. One of my favourite games, Defender. It's surprisingly difficult to play Donkey Kong with only one hand free. I should have asked Andrew Rawlsey, who was with me, to hold my phone. Oh well, too late. However, it's possible to play Pac-Man with only one hand available, as I demonstrate here. The logic for the ghost is surprisingly complicated for 4K of code. Each ghost has its own behavioural logic. There's any disassembly of the code for Pac-Man's available online, I believe, and it's been heavily stared at to see how it worked. This kind of reminds me of an old screensaver I had. I hope the side of the computer is waterproof. I wonder if that box holds the entire internet from the 1990s. It really would fit in there. Quite tiny. All you could do was order pizza in '94. I know, I tried. There's Windows XP, very buggy by the way. Sat next to an Acorn Atom and an Acorn System 5. Very nice. There's some beautiful Amigas here, waiting to be played. Now, don't be deceived by this Commodore monitor. This is a RISC OS PC, RISC PC in fact, sitting here next to a nice A3010. I couldn't afford that when I was a poor student, but I would have loved one. I got that Space Invader game, that's mine I think, but it looks the same. It's the first game I played when I was 8 years old. And some cool Deep Space Nine collectibles, and also near infinite laptops.
Please come back soon.
Now that's apparently the friendly AI that the museum has installed on site. I'm told that it can answer questions. I wonder what it knows about RISC OS and Cheshire cheese, for example. So as I leave Warrington and disappear into the night, I've realised I've been writing games for RISC OS on the Raspberry Pi for 10 years. Will I be doing this in 10 years' time? I hope so. have around 5 titles in the pipeline at the moment, including a film noir game, a sideways ghost fighting game, an RPG called Are You Ready Human, a game about a broken robot called Droid On, and a sequel to Starmine. So until our paths cross again, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you. Live long and prosper, and may your code always be bug-free.